Hello fellow gardeners, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alice and I'm the Redsoil Gardener. Fellow gardeners, today I'm at Garden World. Garden World is situated in the outskirts of Nairobi in a suburb called Karen. Now the beauty about this place and why I had selected it is because it has so many plants, so many different varieties, and everything looks healthy. Now if we have a look here she has begonias, different types of begonias, Christmas cactus looking lovely, anthuriums. I mean, I haven't seen a white anthurium for a long time, and an orange one. And here we have a variegated monstera. Look at that, how beautiful it is. And you know, the thing is that it's quite rare to find this in Nairobi, but thank God I found where I can get one for myself. Basically, Garden World has everything that you need. I'm here in Garden World and we've been walking around, and now we're at the section of the succulents, and I'm here with Ian, who's going to tell us a bit more about the succulents and about Garden World and their different varieties.
Hello fellow gardeners, so we're in the section of succulents, and what we've seen here and we've highlighted is the Echeveria meridian. It kind of grows in various different ways. And it grows big, and they're seasonal. They come and they stay for maybe 3 to 4 months.
And can you propagate it from the leaf like other succulents?
Yeah, it is possible.
It is possible.
Yes.
Now Ian, this looks very interesting. Now what is this?
It's a specific kind of agave. It's one of the bold plants that we have here.
Yes.
And, specifically also what we do in Garden World is to display the plants.
Yes, and I love the way you've put it in a big bowl.
Yes.
And had that succulent hanging. Even the display gives you an idea of how to display the plant.
How to display plants.
Lovely.
And how to have fun.
Now Ian, tell me, what is that?
That is a bird's nest fern.
A bird nest fern.
Yeah.
Look how big it is.
It's very big.
How long does it take, for example, to get to that size?
I think this has taken us maybe 5 years or more. I could be underestimating the value of time that it's taken to get this size, and the amount of time it's taken to nurture and get it to this size as well.
It's beautiful. I am one for snake plants, these beautiful ones here, but I had never seen a yellow one.
These ones are very popular because where we source them from is, some of these are like imported. We have some suppliers who give us these, and then we've managed also now to grow them by ourselves.
So here I am in Garden World. Garden World is owned by Esther. She's the most amazing gardener. So Esther, tell me about your passion. How did you get into gardening?
This is a passion I've had since I was very, very young, and it all started when my parents bought a farm in Red Hill. The farm had a very beautiful English garden with very happy plants and colorful plants.
Lovely.
And my mother then didn't have the resources to employ a gardener. So she then said, this is your job. She assigned me that work, and the mandate was very simple. Make sure that all the plants are as they are.
Yes.
They are happy. And that was the beginning of my liking plants and my passion with plants. And, and after that, my journey with plants.
Yes.
And into the profession that I now currently do.
At the point when you started, did your mother show you how to propagate or prune, or did you have to learn this by yourself at a very early age?
My mother had no clue. I mean, most she had farmed were beans and maize and potatoes, so she had no clue. So I had to learn very quick how to tend to them, how to prune them when they're overgrown, and how to water them and multiply them, and you know, just ensure that generally they were happy. And with that, of course, then came an interest, came the relationship with each and every plant. Because obviously I needed to make sure that it's very happy.
How long have you had this nursery?
I started a landscaping business before the nursery.
Yes.
And this was while I was in university, because I left Red Hill to go to university in Nairobi. And while there, I started my landscaping business while I was still a student.
Yes.
So then I realized that it was important to have your own plant stock.
Yes.
And back home, I started a little nursery using the parent plants that were in my parents' garden.
Yes.
And from those, then I would take on projects while I was still a student, and in landscape.
Yes.
And I think it is during that time, while still I was in the university second year, I realized I really would like to work with nature or do something after university that is related to the environment and plants and trees and and registered a business, and then from there one thing led to another.
Now, you were talking about your clients, because I think basically is that you have a relationship with your clients. Someone who buys a plant, you advise them, is it an indoor, is it an outdoor, is it semi-shade, is it a sun-loving plant? And if anything goes wrong, you're there to assist them and help them to nurture that plant. Tell me something about that.
Here at Garden World, we want to have happy gardeners. We want to retain that relationship. You bought a plant from us, and the plant went ahead and thrived, and we've had a lot of success stories since we opened, of people coming back and saying, wow, you're showing us photos of a young plant they bought and how well it has thrived. All the plants in here, when you purchase them from us, they should, as much as possible, be displayed or planted in a similar kind of environment, because this is what they will thrive under.
Yes.
Outside we have the succulents, and we have the bigger palm trees, and we have shrubs and other smaller plants that are fine with full sun.
Full sun.
So then those are displayed at the garden center in full sun. And when you come in here and take a walk in the garden, that is the first thing the people attending to you will say to you. Any plant that is in full sun,
they're
anything under the shade nets should be in, as much as possible, this kind of environment.
Yes.
The other advice we give you is on the planting media and the watering sessions.
Yes.
And if any of the plants are quite mature in the pots when you buy them, then we advise you to
put a new pot.
Pot them in bigger pots.
Yes.
We also do make our own potting mix here, which we also sell to our clients.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
And how do you make your potting soil? Because I think that's another aspect for a lot of gardeners, because we do have the traditional red soil or black cotton soil in Kenya, but a lot of it is, unless you mix it with another component to aeronate it so that the roots can really go down, is what happens is that you can get a plant, but it sticks, it gets stuck, the root gets stuck. So what sort of compost, what sort of potting mixture do you advise gardeners?
For most of the potted plants, we advise, and we actually have the plants displayed here in a potting media that is part compost soil, and part pumice, and part well composted cow manure, and of course there is the way you're supposed to mix that up. Now at the base of every pot, however small, you must have some drainage pebbles. That's to allow for water to drain out when you water your plant, because if it stays in the pot, then your plant will dry overwatering and get drowned. Now that issue you mentioned about compacted soil, if you find that maybe you have a pot plant in your house, not purchased from us, because we don't plant in it is of course the potting media. It means that it was planted in very subsoil perhaps, or black cotton soils, and hence it's caked and is very hard, and slowly the plant then will just die out, because there is no air. There's not getting any aeration at all, and there's no drainage, so the water is just sitting.
And then the other question I think I'd like to ask you, because for a lot of people, is that they always feel that, you do get those people who feel, I need to just use organic pesticides because I don't want to use whatever else is in the market. So what do you recommend?
There's a lot of organic materials that are out there in the market.
If
you're that kind of a person that is so that is your preference,
Yes.
to use that organic material,
Yes.
they work very well. But of course, if you're planting plants at the scale which we are here at
Yes.
a garden center, then economically they wouldn't really
Yes.
work out for us.
Yes.
What we do buy, however, are those organic pesticides,
Yes.
especially from the neem trees.
Yes.
That works very well. Even
Yes.
cleaning up
Plant
your
leaves.
plants, leaves like orchids,
Yes.
and especially with the orchids, they really do well.
Okay.
But you get as well products that you can spray on your plants.
Yes.
They work very well too. So I think
Okay.
it's a good alternative. And of course, when you look at what then it means to our environment, it's better than to go organic.
Yes.
And the thing is, if there were many companies doing it, manufacturing organic pesticides and herbicides and things like that, it would be very good. But
Okay.
they are there, and that is what we would advise our clients to use.
Okay. Thank you, Esther, so much. Thank you for inviting us to your nursery. Thank you for those wonderful tips, which I'm sure all my fellow gardeners will always follow. And hope to see you next time.
Karibu, Alice.
Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Yeah.
And you can buy as many plants as you want.
I'm excited. Thank you, fellow gardeners, for being part of my show. Welcome to Garden World, and we'll keep the contact down below. Don't forget to like, share, and also subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to press that notification button. Any comments that you do have, contact me on Instagram or on Facebook, and we're always there to help you, giving you garden tips. Thank you.